Okay, finding the slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines to a given slope in slope-intercept form. That's y equals mx plus b. Slope-intercept form. The m, or the slope, is in front of x. Okay, so parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocals, and I'll explain that in a moment. First of all, if there's nothing in front of a variable, it's assumed to be a 1. So there's a 1 in front of that x. So we've got y equals 1x plus 8. What is the slope? The slope's in front of x. If it's parallel, it's the same number. So the slope in front of x is 1. So the slope of the line parallel to this line is 1. Perpendicular to this line, now you want to take that slope and put it as a fraction. And you want to do the opposite. So if this is a positive 1, the perpendicular line is going to be negative. And then flip this. Well, when you flip 1 over 1, you still get a 1. Reciprocal means flip the fraction. So if it's not a fraction, make it a fraction so you can flip it. But if it's 1, it's just going to be the sign change. But that's the only time it's just a sign change is when it's 1. Okay. I'm going to do an additional one in a moment that's not here, just to show you what I meant. Okay, it's line perpendicular. I always look for the parallel line first, even if it's A or B. The parallel line is the same slope, which is in front of x, -1. Now with 1, it's the same number, you just change the sign. So perpendicular is the opposite. So not -1, but +1, and reciprocal, you flip the fraction, but 1 is just 1. Now, let me show you another example that I don't have on here, so you can see how it works when it's not 1. So let's do y equals 2x minus 1. So the parallel line, the parallel slope, is going to be whatever's in front of x. A2. The perpendicular is the opposite. So instead of this, since this is +2, I'm going to do -2. And then reciprocal, you flip the number. Well, if 2 were a fraction, you'd have 2 over 1. When you flip that, you get 1 over 2. So the perpendicular slope is -1 over 2.